Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 1 of my Taurox the Brass Fool Let's Play. Today we're going to embark on the ambitious and some would say foolhardy endeavor of domination, global domination of the mortal empires with the new Taurox the Brass Fool character. Faction. Yes. Yes. He is apparently very amped up. I am right there with him. We're going to start on hard and go from there. When I say start on hard, I mean I'm going to actually be trying to play a lot of these campaigns because I love this game so much. I haven't actually played in a little over a year, mostly because my computer crept out on me and I was too frustrated with it and too lazy to take it somewhere to get somebody qualified to actually look at it. So I finally did that, and I'm thinking I'm going to try to do one campaign for each race in the game. Starting, because this is a brand new release, DLC, with Taurox the Brass Bull playing as the Beastman, and then I think I'm going to do the most, like, milquetoast generic start with Tyrion as well. So look for that on the channel as well. They'll both be progressing probably at the same pace. But for now, we're going to start with Taurox. Without further ado, let's get started. So, like I said, I haven't played this in quite a while. I haven't played anything in quite a while. I did play like 30-ish turns off the channel just to kind of get used to the new mechanics for the Beastmen, because they've changed drastically since the game was released, or since their release in Total War 1. They finally got their update, which is really good to see. I like the changes so far. We'll see how...
Hail, mighty Slaughterhorn.
I'm going to skip that. We'll see how they stack up once we get to the entire map. It's a lot of ground to cover, but we'll see how it goes. So, first turn we get our Bray Shaman here, Bravener. Love the names. They're always top notch with Creative Assembly. Just gonna add him to the army. And so we've got two options. We can go down here to the Temple of that word, or we can move up here and attack Storag Core. I think the campaign is kind of nudging us up here since it's in striking distance turn 1. So I think we're going to take that route and probably continue to head north and just keep taking out the broken chains. Because once we take this, if we make it our Herdstone, we have one Herdstone shard up here. If we utilize that and make this into our Herdstone, it reaches a very sizable chunk of the opening map here. If we do the temple instead, it does a pretty decent chunk as well, honestly. But I think I'm going to stick with what they're suggesting, which is Storag Core. So here we go. And I know we could easily auto-resolve this, but since it's the first battle in the whole campaign, we're going to go ahead and fight it. Yeah, when I did my little, preliminary campaign, the 30-turn one, the broken chains didn't last very long. I think they're kind of the sacrificial lamb on the altar of Taurox the Brass Bull, as it were. See if we can get a little more Winds of Magic for our Shaman. Nice. Excellent. Okay. Let's just start. It's not going to be a whole lot of finesse for this battle, but in this campaign in general, really. get these some good shots of these enormous bulls. I love Minotaurs. There is few units in the Warhammer Fantasy universe that I really like more than Minotaurs. And I've been hoping that they would release the Legendary Lord for them for a while. So I'm glad they finally did. So hopefully we'll just collapse this right flank pretty quickly, eliminate their commander regiment unit, and just tie these guys up long enough to start to sweep their flank a little bit here. Here's the Gorgon. Brand new unit. It's absolutely monstrous. Yeah, we've already broken him over here. Perfect. Easy turn one victory. I'm going to kind of run a lot of these guys down, I think. Actually, this is a settlement battle, so we don't need to do that. Decisive victory. Yeah, gosh, and right off the bat, the Minotaurs, 88 kills. They're just wonderful. I love them. I will never not love them. Unless I'm playing against them. But that hopefully won't be happening too often in this campaign. So we lost 23. That's not so bad. Got ourselves some, what do they call this? Got ourselves a Helm of Discord. That's good. Always good to have Helm of Discord. Gained a rank. So we can go for extra bestial rage or extra casualty replenishment. I don't think... Oh, no. We're doing the Herdstone. We just talked about this. Yeah, this is the place where we want to put our first Herdstone. Start our campaign off here, so... Alright. Let's see what we can build here. So, these Herdstone enhancements are interesting. None of them are really terrible, but I don't think they're all really all that great. I think probably the best one that I've found so far, at least for just most general like campaign utilization, would be the Carrion Offerings, because it gives you 5% casualty replenishment, horde recruitment capacity increases by 1, extra chaos corruption, and it gives you a couple of cavalry units to add to your garrison for your Herdstone, which is always good to have in a garrison. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. And let's take a look at Taurox. So we've got our dugout. We're going to need to add the heads on spikes, the Yukon building, and let's use this upgrade real quick. Always start, in my opinion, always start with the extra campaign movement just to get yourself rolling. And his Bray Shaman, Bravener, also has a level. We're going to go ahead and put that in Devolve. Start unlocking some more spells for him. We need to do our challenges of the Dark God. This is our new technology track. We only have the one option right now, but this is a good one. So it's +3 melee for Ungor Herd and Ungor Spearman Herd units, and +4 leadership for the same units. That's really good. And for only 2 turns, that's not bad at all. Alright, last thing we need to do before we end the turn, I think, would be to start recruiting some people. So we've got 3... Okay, yeah, so Beastmen units no longer take... What is this called? Favor. They no longer take the currency for the Beastmen faction to recruit and upkeep. They don't have upkeep cost anymore, they don't have recruitment cost anymore. Now, you just have a limited number, and that'll grow as your horde grows, or as your, I guess as your, what is this? As your dread increases, it's just another kind of resource that the Beastmen have now. You can start to recruit more of these specific kinds of units. So I'm going to go ahead and grab all of these, because again, they cost you nothing. And then let's do a couple units of Chaos Hounds, then we need a few more archers. And that should all be done in one turn. That they are able to stack way faster than a lot of the other kinds of races, and hopefully will be more mobile than they used to be, because bedding down into the the hidden encampment used to really slow them down, because it would hurt their bestial rage? Yeah, bestial rage by so much. Now it seems to be less so that's good. There's a lot less waiting in the Beastmen campaigns now, from what I've seen so far. That used to be such a frustrating thing for the Beastmen. Alright. Turn 2. So, like I said before, I think we're going to head up here and eliminate some of these broken chains locations. And then we'll sweep back around and deal with... Oh. Well, okay. That happened fast. I wonder if that's Skaven or if the Tomb Kings just kind of wandered over here and raised this place. Interesting, okay. We will find out soon. So sometimes I've noticed that it doesn't seem to always work, but sometimes raiding will increase the campaign movement range that you have, which is nice, because you want to be raiding most of the time anyways, so you can gain some more favor, but also because it doesn't decrease your bestial rage when you're raiding. A lot of times if you're not doing, if you're just doing the Beastman ambush, you're not actively raiding, pillaging, fighting, your bestial rage will start to go down. Or can start to go down. Alright, that's as far as we can get this turn. We are raiding, we're going to get a little more money, and we got some construction completed. So it looks like we're going to end the turn again. Should be a quick one. Oh. Well, that's not good. We can't have them taking this place over. Storag. Dreadlord, at your command. Yeah, I need them to not take over the place that I just spent a bunch of money on. That'd be good. I think I will go ahead and declare war on them, just to... Even if I can't reach them this time, which looks like I'm just about able to. If they come out of that force march stance and decide to take that place over... I guess I can't just waltz in and take it over like a raised settlement anymore, because I have garrisons here. I have a pretty good garrison here, actually.
Dark and noble warrior.
Now, will it be enough to take that on? Not really sure. Centigores will be good. The Gores will be good, but Ongors and Harpies, I don't know how effective they'll be against these Dark Elf soldiers. We got Corsairs. And a Lord here. Dreadlord. Should I go all the way back? I guess I probably should. Be a short campaign if I lose this settlement right away. Although I don't need to come out of the raid stance to do it. All the way back. Stomp, stomp, stomp. And they're in force march stance, so they can't retreat. And if they lose this battle, they are simply wiped out. That's excellent. It doesn't look like we'll be losing. So they've changed the auto-resolve, so it would flash red on any unit cards that we would lose if we were to auto-resolve. Doesn't look like we're going to lose anybody, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and auto-resolve it. Yeah, doesn't look like any entire units were lost, so that's good. Whole bunch of favor. a banner of swiftness. 18 speed. Damn, I'm giving this to the Gorgon, because as tall as he is, he can be a little bit on the slow side, so that should really help him out. Alright. We could lose a whole bunch of Bestial Rage and get a little more favor. 600, it's not even that little. 650 more favor. I can gain more Bestial Rage, or I can replenish. I think I'm going to replenish, because I'm going to continue to fight a lot here. Yeah, because there's nothing really I need to like slow down to recruit. Now, the question is, do I head back the way that I came and stick to the plan, or do I hit them while they're down? Karand. They've got 3 settlements and they're the 55th strength rating. Or ranking. I only need to destroy one of their settlements at the moment because it's part of my blood grounds. And I don't think I explained it very well. So, once you place a herdstone, the surrounding areas are considered blood grounds, and once you take them and destroy them, you start to add these points to your region, your blood ground region, and if, what are they called? Marks of Ruination. So once you get a whole bunch of them stored up, let's say you destroy Klar Karand and the temple, which is back somehow already, we would get 10 more, add that to our 8, we'd have 18, and then I can perform this ritual, which moves us along this track up here, which unlocks more different kinds of units. It gives us army capacity +1, horde construction bonus, so there's just lots of different buffs and stuff, so it's good to be moving along this track as quickly as you can. However, you can only do that once until the region gets or until the settlement gets destroyed and taken over, and then I have to retake it. I can do another ritual at the herdstone, but I don't plan on that happening, so I want to try to get as many, if not all of these as I can taken over and raised before I do the ritual. So I only need to do one of Klar Karand. At least for these current blood grounds. I think I'm going to stick to the plan. I'm going to head north. Okay. So, let me do these upgrades real quick. Dark Apothecary, we want to have extra replenishment, and as we get further down, it gets all the way up to 6% replenishment, which is excellent. And Vile Tide. This causes a large explosion in an area and causes massive magical damage. It's strong versus a single unit. I was using this a lot in that 30 little preliminary campaign I did, and it was pretty effective, so I want to get that back. Alright, we can't go anywhere too far else really, so I'm just going to go ahead and bed down and help our replenishment. Our Plight of the No Horns is done. So we've got some other options here. There's Raining Blood, which is an upgrade for Ungor Raiders. There's Worldbane, which is a buff against all kinds of different forces. Looks like mostly the forces of order. Dwarves, High Elves, Wood Elves, Dark Elves, and Men. There's Born to Lead, which is leadership buffs, and 5% speed for all units. I think I'm going to start with 5% speed. Since I'm planning to be fighting against orcs, I can wait until this one's done. Fighting against orcs early, I can wait until this one is done, and then once I finish this one and finish this one, I'll do this one second. I should be getting back into the fight against elves and stuff. So let's start with the speed. And what's in this turn? So far I'm really enjoying the changes that they made to the Beastmen. Like I said, the Beastmen were one of the more frustrating factions to play as not too long after they launched. I mean, I enjoyed them to begin with, and then started to realize the problems with their campaign mechanics. There's just so much downtime, and having no like territory really to call your own, where you could get buffs and buildings and stuff, meant that you had to carry all your buildings around with you, your encampment. And if you misplayed, if you got surprised, did a force march, and then accidentally ran into a huge enemy stack at the end of your movement, there was no way you could get out of it. It was so easy for you sometimes to just lose a battle, and then suddenly you lose the city that you've spent tons of money on. Plus, their units were expensive to like their mid to high tier units, the Gores, the Minotaurs. They were really expensive to upkeep. So I think so far it's a much better experience. Plus, I just love having a big stompy bullman as my campaign lord. It's my legendary lord. Speaking of which, the Gore Bull. We already have a Bray Shaman. I'm gonna recruit Storag. Oh no, it's recruited out Storag Core. I'm gonna recruit the Gore Bull. He's just another huge Bullman hero that helps train up my units, and I'm happy to have him join this army in a turn. Part of me wants to wait to do this attack so that he would get experience too, but I don't think it's worth holding up the whole campaign for that, so in we go. Here's a pretty standard weak garrison. I'm just gonna auto-resolve this. I probably lost a lot more than I actually should have. Somehow their archers killed 105 of us. Okay. But that's alright. Saves us some time. Let's go ahead and... We're doing okay on favor at the moment. I know that's not going to last very long, but at the moment we're alright. I'm going to go ahead and get the replenish because I see another army kind of making its way towards us. So if we can get a turn of replenishment before they show up, that'd be good. Especially after we lost a lot more than we really should have. Speaking of replenishment, let's up that. Let's go again. So currently he's doing this. Bray Shaman is doing a default action just by being in our army, which is scouting. And if I upgrade it, the chance of a magic item dropping gets increased by 5, 10, and then 15%. Earlier in the game, I feel like that's probably the better time to do this kind of stuff. So, because the longer you've got it active, the more cumulative the effects will be over time. So I think I'm going to go with that. And then I'll get back to the spells next time he levels up. Okay. Alright. Let's see if the Broken Chains army makes its way up to us or not. Yep, so anyone in the comments, let me know what you think of the changes to the Beastmen. And to the Lizardmen with the Silence and the Fury DLC. Be interested to see what people say. Like I said, I've been kind of out of touch with this game for a little over a year now. So maybe the Beastmen got better, or maybe the Lizardmen didn't need the changes, I don't know. Let me know. Alright. We're going to bring Taurox down here to the Red Desert and make our way. Might actually need to do raiding, so I don't take attrition. Another really nice part of the Beastman's new mechanics, and it gives me the extra range that I need to be able to reach this and fight it. All right. So it's given me a close victory, and it doesn't look like I'll lose anybody, but it says the casualties are going to be medium, which makes me think it's going to be pretty heavy, actually, considering the last ones were low and I lost 280 troops. So I'm actually going to fight this one. It's also a siege battle, and the computer tends to, at least in my experience, really favor the defender on siege battles for the purposes of auto-resolving. So let's see how this goes. One of the best parts about having legendary lord like Taurox, and also having like a Gorgon in your starting army, is that you can start doing siege battles much quicker than some of the other factions out there, some of the other commanders, legendary lords. So you can just batter those doors down straight away. You don't have to spend turns building siege equipment or anything like that. It's really nice. Alright, wolves, or chaos hounds. I'm going to put you in the trees. You can actually go higher. Because of, what is this called again? Vanguard deployment. Love it. You guys, I'm going to put you kind of off to the side. Hopefully none of these towers will have firing arc on you. All of the Ungors can Vanguard deploy, which is great. So we can get them closer to the walls. Gonna put the archers all together, spread them out a little bit. And then let's see, we've got one. Oh, right. Got to start deployment. It's gonna have these guys climb. Are they not able to climb? Why are we not able to? I guess we can't do the orders yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Pause real quick. I usually don't pause in battles, but just to give the beginning orders to speed things along a little bit. So we can only fit 2 here. That's unfortunate. That's fine. We'll just extend to the side past where I was hoping to. Let's have the archers take out the archers on the top. In the middle, I mean. We're going to have the harpies fly in at some point and either dispatch this squad or this squad to try to stop their arrows. And let's have him move up next to the archers. Now, love it. This guy's ready to go. I haven't even given him orders yet, and he's already taken his first steps. He is going to start battering down the gate, as is Taurox, as is Conrock. Love the names. And the Minotaurs. And then the Warhounds are going to stay put, and the Harpies, put them over there. Let's have the Harpies jump over on these guys. I don't want the Harpies to get there too early, because if they get there too early and start fighting here, somebody down here will just pop right up, and they could end up getting wiped out or severely damaged before there's any infantry support on my end. I want them to get there kind of when these guys are like getting close to the top, so then suddenly they've got to face this unit and this unit instead of just the Harpies by themselves. Get in there. The gate's gonna be gone in no time. Alright. This is an enjoyable bug. So I got there a little earlier than I intended, but yep, here comes some goblins. It worked though, they routed that archer squad. Goblin archers. Alright, the door is open. Let's have our huge monsters fly in here. And let's get the Warhounds. Let's get them into the middle here. Alright, I worry that our archers are actually doing more damage to us than they are to the enemy at this point, so I'm going to tell them to go to melee mode. Let these guys come in and support these Ungor spearmen and harpies. So many little gobos. Goblins meet minotaurs. Jeez. Well, that didn't last very long. They're shattered. Alright, that's the victory. I don't need to worry about running these guys down because they will all die because it's a settlement battle, so we're going to end here. Didn't even have to do anything with my shaman. The harpies. 181. Brutal. Note to self, have them engage goblin archers whenever possible. And yeah, we lost way less than I think we would have if we had auto-resolved. I think that's pretty well understood, though. If you are trying to save time, you're going to pay for it in something else. Alright, so our bestial rage has gone up pretty high here. I don't think the Raucous Host... Yeah, so once it gets to the top of this meter, another new campaign element kicks in. We'll get to that whenever it gets here. Alright, so I don't think it's possible to get here. Oh, it is! It totally is. Okay. Then, yeah, we're going to come down here and hit these two, and then back up there and take out Clark Haran, and we'll be done with this. No, I lied. Crap. Oh well, I didn't move that far anyways. I need to take these guys out before I move on. So I want to continue to bloody the nose of the Broken Chains before they decide that I've moved on and come back and reclaim whatever this is. Shroktak Mount. Yeah, that one. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and max this out, and then we'll start to get into some of this other stuff, but I really like the Catch to Your Punishment. I think it makes such a big difference, especially in a campaign with a Legendary Lord that is supposed to be kind of a wrecking ball, who utilizes a lot of his momentum to keep blunder, or just plowing through people. And let's get for Conrock. Bullman number 2. Let's go ahead and get an experience per turn increased for the army that he's attached to. So they will now start to increase the amount of experience they're getting just for existing. Alright. Oh, I can upgrade my Pyre Clearing to a Hag Tree Copse. Yeah, let's do that. We have the favor for it. I'm in favor of it. Great, yeah. Spend the favor while you got it, because you might just end a turn and get 3,000 more. Why not? Interesting. I completed a quest without even knowing about it. And okay, so here's another. This is kind of a holdover from one of their mechanics before. The Dark Moon. I think they've got other names for them as well. The Blood Moon, I want to say. They just kind of periodically happen every. I think it's on a cycle of maybe 7 turns, 6 or 7 turns, something like that. And they are much better now. They used to be a huge give and take, and now they're just bonuses. So that's good. 120% income from raiding, horde growth +5. Recruitment capacity goes up by 4. Dread cost -50%. I don't have a ton of dread right now, so it wouldn't really help all that much. So I think I'm going to go with... the Endless Horde, because I think we're going to be raiding for a little while, and the horde growth for 6 turns is huge. Yeah, let's do that. This only lasts 2 turns. Still really helpful, but only 2 turns. Let's go with the Endless Horde. Alright. I'm not gonna get the Den. I don't really necessarily want any of these units right this second. I'm much more of a Gore Minotaur type person. Yeah. Alright, and then... yeah, I don't use... generally, I tend to be more of a bludgeoner. I don't use a lot of magic. So... not that I can afford it anyways, but I don't think I'll be upgraded into the Shaman Flame Pit anytime soon. Alright, so I'm going to leave that empty for now. And let's get up and move out. Let's see if the Beast Path... no, it doesn't make us go any faster. Okay. So we got to get ourselves into their territory before we can really start cashing in on that Endless... or... no, Endless Herd? Yeah, Endless Herd that we just did. And these are not in a position where we can upgrade them yet. So, is that because... no. Upgrades. Yeah, I can do this. I've got 434. I can do 375 dread to get our Herdstones an upgrade, rune-covered Herdstones. Let's do that. So, okay, this is a new... Rewards of Dread is a new part of the new mechanics for Beastmen. There's another kind of currency, Dread, which oh, okay, change per turn. Okay, so it goes up based on enemy units killed. If Taurox is in a rampage, for buildings constructed, raised settlements, all that kind of stuff. It'll go up a certain amount each turn, and you can spend those dread points to increase the number of units that you can get for certain types of units. Or you can get yourself a legendary lord for 1200. You can increase the number of heroes that you can get, Wargors, Gorbulls, Ray Shamans. You can also upgrade your Herdstones, or I guess unlock an upgrade, and give yourself some kind of like, I think these are faction-wide upgrades. Army capacity 1. New hordes are raised with horde encampment building at level 2 and a den building already constructed, so that's pretty useful. You don't have to spend money getting the toxic Chaos Hounds or the Harpies. Yeah. I think these are chains, so you'd have to start here, but they're good. They're useful. And then you can also just get yourself some magic items, which are good. There are a couple that are really, really impressive. This one. The Blood Frenzy ability that comes with this is crazy. And it's good. It'd be good for like a Gorbull, because while they're pretty tanky, they are also, I feel like, pretty vulnerable to being like singled out and shot to death. So giving them some defense buffs is pretty good, as well as this just crazy Blood Frenzy ability, which is very thematic and awesome. Alright, moving on. So now we can upgrade our Herdstone, which gives us the ability to purchase other types of units in this region. It doesn't cost us anything, which is great. So yeah, like I said, we're not quite there, not quite in an ability to, or in a position to start gaining anything from our Radiant stance, but we will be soon, so it's in the turn. Alright. So we've got this Broken Chains Goblin Big Boss hero behind us, but it doesn't seem like he did anything. He's just corrupting. Oh, he's cleansing corruption. So let's see how much money I'd be making if I just stand here. 358. I think it's worth it to just go ahead and like move on. We want to get this ritual done before too long, so we want to try to get these blood grounds taken and raised. Ooh, but there's another army in here. So this is a pretty big enemy force, actually. I think we can do it. I'm going to fight it. We'll see how this goes. This could be a mistake pretty early in the campaign. It's odd that it kind of started us up on this hill. I guess we want to stick to the woods. So one of the best parts of a lot of the Beastmen like mainline troops is especially Ungors. They can Vanguard deploy, so you can really start close to where your enemy will be deploying, which is really nice. But not everyone can, such as the Minotaurs or the Gorgon. I'm going to put the Harpies way off on this side. Hopefully we can turn their main line and have the Harpies come in for a rear charge of an archer squad or something. These guys over here. Ooh, I can. Cool. Okay. So we're going to come at them from a bunch of different directions. That might be a mistake, dividing my forces like this. We'll see. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Get these guys as close as we can, because we're going to want them to be able to support the Ungors. Alright, let's give this a shot. I'm going to pause for just a minute, just to get some orders up right away. Yeah, they're pretty spread out here. Damn, they have a long line. Holy crap. Alright. Okay, so we're going to have our Ungors just kind of boiling out of the woods here. And let's see if we can't get this right flank to collapse. And we're going to stop here. And then, man, they have a lot of dudes. We're going to have our Ungor archers come here. Nope. Crap. gonna have our Warhounds just tear these archers up right away. Harpies, I am not happy sending them against these guys with these guys right there. And as powerful as these Minotaurs and Gorgon are, there's no way they're going to be taking all of this on. So we're going to have to try to really force these guys to rout quickly and then turn and try to take on what's left of their force. I'm sure they'll be trying to fold us up too, so this is not the best situation, but I think we'll be okay. Hopefully we can just get them to rout early. If we take down their war boss, that'll definitely help with that. Problem is getting to them before we get completely bogged down and shot down by all these archers. Let's have the Harpies come here and distract some of these archers. I'd rather not have the Minotaurs fighting the Goblins with the spears, but I don't see much of an alternative at the moment, so we're going to have them do that, and then our Gorgle and Taurox are going to try to focus on the war boss. And this guy I'm going to have to utilize better this time, so I can't have him standing in the back like that. Okay. Let's give it a shot. Okay, good. We've at least been able to single him out so far. Get the Harpies in here soon, hopefully. Oh, come on. See if we can do some rear charges here. Not really any good targets for these guys. Harpies, we need you to take out some of these archers. Our Chaos Warhounds rallied, that's good. Let's see if we can stop these guys from rallying. Nice. Okay, cool. They broke. Alright. Man. Oh no, the Harpies are taking some serious damage. Damn archers. Oof. They're fleeing. These guys just rallied, so we need the Warhounds to hunt them down. Archers, make your way over here. If we can keep rolling this flank here, be in a good spot. You should be able to. Love when he's like right in the middle of a huge enemy cluster like that. Oof, okay, let's get these Minotaurs to safety. I don't want to lose them yet. They've done their job. We need to get rid of these archers. Right now. Actually, let's have fun. Let's have our archers try to focus down these guys. Just clears a hole right through the line. It's fantastic. There it is. This is a settlement battle as well, so no need to run them all down. They will all die. I don't know if I'd say that was a perfect victory. Computer. I think that's a slightly unfair of you. But it was a little closer than I would have liked it to be. 244. Over 400 kills just between the two Warhound squads. Man. They paid for themselves. And the Minotaurs did great too, but they got real hurt. More hurt than I was comfortable with. So we got ourselves a whole bunch of favor. Leveled up. I think that's it. Yep. The level always comes last. We're gonna... Let's get some replenishment back after that. We are not doing that quest right now. I made the mistake of trying to do that during the little preliminary campaign I did, and lost that battle handily. It ends up being like 3 Dark Elf armies, and you get 1 allied Orc army, but they didn't really do anything, and basically just got routed. Showed up late, got routed, and left me to fight by myself, so we were not in a position to do that with all these Ungors right now. We're going to have to be much stronger later on down in the campaign to do that kind of thing. Leadership Aura would probably be good. Oof. It's tempting to do the casualty replenishment rate 30%. It's just for Lords though. Let's do... We have to be rank 12. Let's do the leadership aura and we'll start buffing our army. Let's do Traderkin. So this is something that would single out single combatant. Causes damage to combatants and it 50% miscast chance though, that's not great. Alright, so we've got our training upgrade as far as we can, so when that opens up we will prioritize filling that out, but for now let's do Blade Master so we can start getting some of these combat buffs for our Gorbel. Alright, he's got some more movement. I don't think we're going to waste it. could bed down. I do have a lot of money to spend. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that. I'm gonna bed down to really help our replenishment, but also spend some money. Let's get the pit hovel. Yeah, let's get the pit hovel. We still have a while to go before we can get the squalid encampment, which is what allows us to create the building for Minotaurs. That's what I'm ultimately aiming to do with that and the Vestigor herds. So yeah, let's do the pit hovel for now. Oop. Pit hovel. And we'll leave this blank at the moment. Not that we have a choice, but still. Okay, so still not quite there yet where we want to perform this ritual. We want to try to take out this location, and this location first. I think we'll try to do the beast path and see if we can get through this mountain range. Probably not, but we'll try it. And then circle around this way. Once we hit these three, if we can hit them before they get taken back over again, we'll perform that ritual and get ourselves at least past the first level and well onto the way to the second level of our Marks of Ruination. Alright. Moving on. Next turn. So I'm going to have this episode 1, be probably somewhere around an hour, which we're getting to at the moment anyways. And then moving forward, I'll probably have somewhere between 30 and 45-minute episodes, so it's not too terribly long. Yeah, so the Beast Pass are not going to allow us to cut through this mountain. I wonder if maybe we got right there. They might, but no way to be sure. So let's try going here. Yeah, then I can't even, like, get there yet. Takes too much movement to switch over to the Beast Passes. Let's come over here. So now we're gaining some favor while we wait. Next turn. So, I think another Beastmen faction was destroyed. I'm sure they'll be back though. That's how they do. Okay, cool. So one of our researches challenges is now complete. We can do the World Bane, which is less time than the other one took. I doubt we'll get it done before we go to fight these Dark Elves, but maybe we will before we go fight the Wood Elves? Wood Elves, yeah, that's Wood Elves. Let's see. I think once we finish this region's blood path, or blood grounds, and perform that ritual, I think instead of continuing to move down this way, I did this kind of opposite. I think once we finish these off, we're going to start heading back north. Finish off the Broken Chains, and start dealing with Nagaron. Basically, I want to get to the point where we can corner off part of the map. And we started pretty close to one of the corners. So if we can do that, we can start to spread east and south. And try to ensure that nobody's coming behind us and colonizing the places that we've raised. Because I want to try to, if possible, cover the entire Mortal Empires in ruins. But it's going to be a long process, so we'll see how it goes. At a certain point, we're going to need to probably get another army to kind of play defense for us. But not this episode. Beast Pass will allow us to get a little further, so we're going to do it. That's what we need to do right now. Alright. I knew that was going to happen. So we can sacrifice the warriors and lose some horde growth. Or we can just gain favor. I think we'll just gain favor. We still have our horde growth bonus going right now, which is good. Thinks we're going to get defeated here. I disagree, but they do have a lot of spears. And spears and crossbows. And they can really hurt what our biggest advantage is right now, which is monsters. I still think we can probably do it. Says we're going to lose everybody. I don't like to do saves and reverting and all that kind of stuff. I feel like that kind of takes the point away from strategizing. You know? There's supposed to be a risk assessment that goes on before you take part in battles like this. I am going to back off. I'm going to recruit some people. Oh, sweet, we can get some gores, even better. Let's get rid of one of these. I want to keep the spears, so let's get rid of one of these Ungor herds. So we can max out our gores. That's excellent. That was perfect timing. And wait a turn. And then we'll go back next turn and try to take them on. Now they're going to get to recruit this turn too, so that's not exactly the best trade in the world, but hey. We upgraded. Not only did we max out our army, but we also upgraded one of our units from an Ungor unit to a Gore unit, so I'm happy with that. Let's see how this goes. Maybe they'll come out and attack us. Because right now I think technically we're hidden, so they could think we're gone, even though they just watched us walk over here into spear. And no, it doesn't look like they're going to do it. Alright. We've got a full stack now. Let's do this. Still thinks we're going to get defeated. I disagree. Let's do this. And this will probably be the last battle for this episode. So this is going to determine what kind of a note I leave you guys with. It's either going to be a glorious victory or a crushing defeat, and we'll spend most of next episode rebuilding this army. We'll see. I don't think... Shit, I didn't look. Do they have a sorcerer? I think we're going to need a little more Winds of Magic. So let's see if we can get a few more. We can. Okay. Alright, that's good. Warhounds. Hide, please. I'm going to put you guys over here. Gorgon. Separate yourself from the Minotaurs, who separates from the Lords. Hopefully if we get one of us targeted with a bunch of crossbows, the rest of them won't get splash damage from just standing next to him. Alright, Ungores. And Gores now. I'm glad we have Gores now. I'm going to put you guys here. Shields up front. Perfect. Archers, you're going to stand here. Alright, let's do this. I'm going to start and pause for just a second to do orders. We can actually do 3 per wall on this map, so that's what we're going to do. Take out the gate. Gorbel. Taurox. Minotaurs. Please take out the gate. Archers, let's focus on the back of these dread spears. I have absolutely no basis to, or no scientific, like, test, trials, words. I've nothing to base the concept or the theory that I have on, that if they aim at these guys, they're just going to be hitting this exterior part of the wall over and over again. But if they aim at these guys, they might try to arc it higher than that, and potentially even if they undershoot a little bit, they might be hitting some of the back rows of these dark shards. I'm basing that on no fact, nothing at all, but I believe it in my bones. So, okay. Everyone has orders except for the harpies. Harpies, I want you guys to try to stop these guys from shooting if you can. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Oh, and the shaman needs to move up. Ooh, Taurox is trying to get shot out by this tower. Yeesh. So far it seems like they've missed. The Gorgon is taking way too much fire. Oh my god, that's terrible. Ugh. I should have probably had the Harpies start way closer and sacrifice them to have them engage one of these archer squads, and that way it would have stopped the arrows from that squad entirely. Because that is too much damage for the Gorgon to have this early. Way too much. Alright. Let's get ourselves a magical explosion right here. Beautiful. We also want to dampen these dread spears and hurt this guy. I don't know if that miscast or not. No, it seems to have worked. Start going up the ladders. The gate's down. I was not on top of that like I should have been. I need to get the Gorgon away from those spears. Get the Warhounds to come in here. You guys start firing here. Just throw out all of his buffs all at once. Taurox, you're such a badass. Gorgon, how's your health? Still half, that's good. Warhounds are finally getting over here. still climbing. Harpies are still harpying. Getting some archers, that's good. Yeah, see, just so many of our arrows do nothing. They just patter against the wall here. Worgen, you're taking more damage. What are you doing? Are you fighting spears? Swords. Swords is fine. Don't fight spears. Oh! Minotaurs. They're taking too much damage. Shit. I just want to try to get them to rout. Shaken. And stirred. I really didn't manage the walls very well this time. Alright, we got the spearmen to rout. That's excellent. There it is. Victory. Okay. Whew. Yeah, okay. So that whole defeat, utter nonsense. Very happy with the result. Man. Maybe I've underestimated how good harpies are. Especially against archers. That's just... They always come in with solid numbers like this. Especially on sieges. I'm going to have to keep that in mind whenever I start to expand the number of armies that I have. Definitely want to include more of them. At least one unit of them in each army. Alright, only less than 500 lost. I mean, that's still a lot, but beat the alternative of auto-resolving. And let's take the... We don't really need the money right this second. Let's take the casualty replenishment. Alright, enemy killed, enemy killed. We need the Gore Bull. If you look at the melee defense, melee attack, he's got higher attack than defense. He already has crazy weapon strength. Armor's kind of fair, decent. So I think he needs more defense than he does offensive buffs. So we're going to go with the melee defense first. Max this out to plus 12, and then we'll do thick skin. Alright. Oh, and then got a couple other upgrades here. Bestial Surge, Charge bonus, and Vigor. We can do that map wide. That's pretty nice. And then Taurox. I think we're going to have Fury of the Herd as our first one that we max out here. Melee defense for Ungor Spearmen, Herds, Ungor Herd, and Gore Herds, and Bestigor Herds. So basically all the core units. Plus 4 melee defense, and then as you keep going it becomes leadership plus 8 and melee defense plus 8, so definitely useful. Alright, we got a little more movement and we need to find our way back over here, so I think I'll run up here and back down. Oh, what happened to the... Did our movement just go away? Seems like it did. Okay, well, why don't we go into our hidden encampment then and upgrade our squalid encampment. Excellent, okay. That'll get us to the point where we can get tier 3 buildings, including the fire pit. Okay. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end this one here. It's been a little over an hour. Next time, we're going to head back up to Storag Core, probably stop there and see if there's anything new to recruit, anything above an Ungor level, and then make our way down to the temple and the Plain of Spiders. Hope to finish off conquering these blood grounds and then performing the ritual in the next episode. So until then, thank you guys for watching. Feel free to comment down below if you have any suggestions or if you have any criticism or anything like that. I'd love to get some feedback. I'm pretty new to this sort of thing. Please like and subscribe if you feel the need to. And until next time, I've been Warwolf. Have a good one.